All right, time now is 12:06 afternoon on December 3rd. So, yeah, I I slept from 3:10 a.m. to 10:05. Um, at around 10:05 I naturally woke up, really. I had a dream where I was traveling in Japan with my family, like how it's gonna be in late December. And everyone, my cousins, my parents, and my aunt, they were just eating in a ramen noodle place, and I ate it there, and I finished the meal early, and I just walked off, and I was a little pissed. Maybe it's because like they didn't go to the places I want to go, and they're not letting me go, and I was just kind of pissed, and yeah. And I was outside the ramen noodle restaurant, and it was like beside the sea. It was sort of like the seaside of back in my own like apartment in Hong Kong. But then I went back to the noodle shop, and it was like I was almost high or drunk or something, and I started walking in a weird way, and like I grabbed one of those bottles of like chili pepper MSG stuff, and I did this to sprinkle some in my mouth, which seemed kind of crazy, but then somebody told me it's actually not crazy. Like a lot of people do this. And that's pretty much it. And then I woke up naturally at that point, and it felt really nice. And then coincidentally, about 2 minutes after I woke up, I don't know who it is, Cindy or the other guy, turned off the aircon. So, but I wanted to go back to sleep. So I'm like, you know what, screw it. So I tried to fall back asleep without the aircon on, and it sort of worked. But I had to really force myself to sleep. And then I had another dream, and it was such a brief and hazy dream. But I and Pepper and several others are running down a mountain, and we were running very fast. I wanted to go faster, but I couldn't. But we were generally pretty fast, which is rare in a dream. Usually in dreams, we run really slowly. Um, Again, to a degree, it's still slow because I wanted to go even faster, but I couldn't. But it was still, in general, kind of fast. And that's it. And it was sort of like a Hong Kong mountain. It felt like a Hong Kong mountain. The asphalt roads and stuff. That's pretty much it. So yeah, last night I had a 40-minute phone call with my mom, and then I also chatted with Justin, the Malaysian guy, a little bit on Instagram, and I realized I haven't really chatted with Justin a lot, you know. And he said he's working on a short film, and and I asked him what is it about, and he's like, oh, it's about nihilism and hope and fear, and I just know how to respond. I'm like, okay, cool. What's the basic premise? And he said, oh, it's like horror, but it's also an allegory. It's like psychological horror. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I also said, oh, well, I have a tons of ideas too. I have an idea about cannibalism and paranoia. That's hunger. I have a short film idea about sleep deprivation. That's Sleeping Beauty. And I have a short film idea about not being able to love romantically. And I actually have several short film ideas about that. There's a short film called Seeing is Believing. There's a Violent Femme, and there's I don't know. I'm brainstorming another one. And he's like, wow, interesting. Okay, and then uh, he said he receives a lot of inspiration for ideas when he is like tripping, and things that he won't be able to feel when he's sober. And I'm like, oh, like when you get high? And he's like, yeah. So and he said, yeah, and I told him I've never gotten high before. And he said, oh, you should totally try. I got edible weed. So at that point I'm like, oh, okay. It's that again. So Pepper, JT, Potter, Connor, Justin does it. And then Cliff showed me a photo of Justin being high, and it looks like he's meditating on his bed, and it was kind of funny. And I told Justin that, and Justin's like, "Fuck Cliff." Cliff passed out that day, so Cliff also does that shit. It wouldn't surprise me if Leslie does that shit because Leslie vapes too. So literally everyone and their moms take edible weed. So I guess I have to do it now. But the thing is, okay, it's fine if I take edible weed because I won't die. It's just that I won't be able to brag to people that, oh, I've never taken drugs before in my life, but yet I'm able to come up with all this crazy, wacky movie ideas. But then if I do take edible weed, then people can be like, oh, well, you only got these ideas because you took edible weed. To be honest, though, I think I won't be able to get any inspiration, any movie ideas, or any shit like that if I get high. I'm just that kind of person. I don't get inspiration easily. I don't get inspired easily. If I get bored, I'm not inspired. I'm just fucking bored. If I'm busy, I have no time to be inspired. Okay? If I'm high, I'll probably just go psycho. I'll go insane. I'll start stabbing people, or I'll kill myself. Some shit like that. But I won't really be inspired unless I'm very emotionally charged, like stressed out or angry, or listening to music because music gave me so many ideas. So I'm a very specific person. Like, I don't get ideas often. When I do, it's a huge deal. But yeah, like I find it a compliment that Pepper told me how, when I'm sober, I'm already a little crazy. And Potter agrees. Um, so when I'm high, I'll probably just go full blown insane, which is interesting though. I would like to know like how much sanity will I lose if I like get high or some shit like that. Because there have been so many times in my life I'm not even fucking high. I'm not even under the influence of anything, but I'm like borderline insane. Like yeah. So, and I'm genuinely interested. But yeah, I almost feel like, oh man, everyone and their mom does it, but I didn't. I don't do it. Fuck. Um, but yeah, so last night I did a lot of stuff and I didn't finish F for Fake. I almost fell asleep in the middle of the movie, so I'm like, fuck it, let's go to sleep. So okay, here's today. So I either wake up early today and finish F for Fake and go to Ralph's and come back. I also texted Renata saying that I won't be there until 2 p.m. Because I need to sleep. So, but now I've woken up naturally and kind of late, and I don't have time to go to Ralph's. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Another issue is I have tons of anthropology homework and biology homework coming up because it's the end of semester. So I'm going to start doing the anthropology, the EMIC report tonight because the final draft is literally a couple days later. But then the final draft of the EMIC report and the rough draft of the EDIC report literally is on the same day. So what the fuck? And then I got a biology homework tomorrow night, which is very dense. And if I go to the church tomorrow, and then go to Ralph's, I probably won't have a lot of time. So I need to start doing it tonight. So right now I'm gonna finish watching F for Fake, eat some breakfast, some lunch, and then that's it. I'm good. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'll eat a cup noodle for lunch. I'll eat some cookies perhaps for breakfast. Actually, I'll eat a peanut butter toast because I need to reserve some cookies for tomorrow because I'm gonna wake up very early tomorrow again. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, so today I'll just go to help out with Film 33 from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Alba won't be there, but I'll still be seeing people like Leslie and Cliff and Patrick and literally everyone and their moms. I thought Pepper would help out as well. I don't know, but I I do feel like also I won't be filming any YouTube videos. There's an album review. I probably will do it tomorrow if I have time. If not, then Monday. I barely have enough time to do like reviews now, let alone like going to Ralph's and stuff. But I don't know. I wanna keep distance with Pepper. Like I don't wanna like Pepper. I legit think that Pepper probably sometimes thinks to herself like, okay, this Enoch guy probably is like has a crush on me, and why hasn't he like confessed or anything, right? And then she's probably like, oh, well, given how much he overthinks, he's probably like planning when to confess. He probably like wants to confess for like 4 months already, but can't do it. Like he's waiting for the right moment. Maybe that's gonna be my birthday, which is December 15th. But the thing is, it's a lot more complicated than that. I'm not even sure if I like her or not. Now, I like her, but I don't like romantically love her. Unless I don't know. So, a period of isolation is very much needed, and January is the best opportunity for that. When I go back to Hong Kong and I have some time to digest and to reevaluate what I've done in the past year, I think this is the best thing I could do. So yeah, and also the phone call with my mom yesterday. We mainly talked about the Japan itinerary, because there are a lot of places that I want to go, but it seems like they're not being considered. But the itinerary plan is just a rough draft, you know. It's tentative, you know. So yeah, but I don't want to plan too much as well because I don't like spoiling for myself. Like, oh, 8 p.m. go this place, 9 p.m. go this place. Like, it just makes the trip a lot more boring. I want room for improvisation and randomness and whatever. So honestly, I'll just go with the flow for the most part. If I want to go to that place, then I'll decide that morning and then I'll just go by myself. Yeah. So especially around Tokyo, because the Shinkansen is so damn good in Tokyo. Like a 35-minute drive equates to a 45-minute train ride. That's fucking amazing. In LA, 35 minutes drive equates to 2.5 hours of a bus. But then if you go to the countryside of Japan, not really countryside, like out of Tokyo, 30-minute drive, 2-hour train ride. It does sort of work like that. But in Tokyo, it's fucking so efficient. I can literally just bounce everywhere here and there. So I really want to do that. I love playing with this thing. Oh my god. But yeah, that's basically it. I feel like I'll be able to try edible weed on December 15th. If something like that happens, it would be on the December 15th. But yeah. That was a long time ago, so.
Yeah, I get you. We were still getting to know one another.
Well, they're in the middle of a shoot. I got Patrick's camera and I'm just gonna grab a cinnamon roll because I had cup noodles for lunch and it's not enough. I don't even have a fork. Oh, never mind, there is a fork. Oh, never mind, that's not a fork. Alright, time now is 9:47 p.m. on December 3rd. I don't know why, but the air vent is on. Again, for no reason whatsoever. So that's great. So let's quickly wrap up today. Um, from 2:30 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. I was at CMD taking photos for the behind the scenes and for the film 33 short film, and I learned several things. So first of all, at first when I arrived it was lunch break and I was a little disappointed. I was confused, disappointed, and a little not feeling great, you know. I First of all, I thought Pepper would be there. Pepper WhatsApped me earlier today. Pepper called me, and then as soon as I picked it up, Pepper ended the call. But Pepper essentially like asked me, you know, like when is the shoot gonna end? And I thought she asked me all this because she's planning to go to help out with Film 33 today, but she didn't. I asked her, "Are you here?" And she's like, "She's not here," but she says she'll go tomorrow. But the thing is, I won't go tomorrow. Another thing is, there just isn't a lot of people. So Cliff, for a long time, didn't even show up because he's in a Film 40 class. And then Leslie is in, Leslie's there, so that's that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I also saw Betsy and Udav, and Udav disappeared very soon. Udav didn't help out because he isn't even a helper there. I saw Harrison, of course, and that's pretty much it. And then I was given the camera again, and I played around with it again, but I didn't have a lot of cool shots to take because it's literally the same set. The whole shoot is literally the same set. So I don't have that many cool photos to take anyways. At some point I'm going to run out of cool photos and cool video ideas. Today, however, I did capture some really cool videos. Alba asked me, "How is it?" And I said, "It's chaotic." And she's like, I don't want to say, "Oh, it's good." That's a very plastic answer. But I said, it's chaotic. And she's like, "Okay, it's chaotic, but is it good?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, it's good." And then she just walked away. And a little bit later, I showed Alba how I like filmed the camera through the viewfinder. Like I used I used Patrick's fisheye little camera, like a mirrorless or DSLR. I think it's mirrorless. I don't know. And filmed through the viewfinder of an actual cinematic camera. And in that viewfinder, it's Alba. And then I zoomed out and I moved the camera and I moved Patrick's camera, and then it's Alba in real life, you know. And that's a really cool shot. I also did a shot where I basically tracked Harrison. Like I was behind Harrison and it was almost like a tracking shot in the film, which is really cool. Like when Harrison like looked away, like I had to pan the camera. It was almost like my camera is his perspective, but not really. So that's really cool. But yeah, for the most part, that's that. You know, I actually have a lot of fun with this. And then at some point, the Indian professor, who's a person I really want to have some small talk with, he told me that the way I'm holding the camera is wrong. I should use my left hand, my palm, to support the camera so that when I turn the zoom ring, like it's stable. So that's really cool. I'm happy that he's like talking to me and stuff. You know, I'm happy I'm like you know being acknowledged. And my existence is being acknowledged. And then I spoke with Evelyn, the JoJo fan, a lot today. So that's funny, cool, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a huge part of today, around 3 p.m. ish. I just left, like they were already shooting. I wasn't even in there because it's so boring in there and it's kind of hot. They had to turn off all the aircon because the aircon interferes with the sound, and they had the smoke machine, which makes it even hotter. And I was just out. I went to the cafeteria, the canteen area, the cafe, and then Betsy's there. Apparently Betsy's guarding the place, and she even prepared all the water bottles. I helped her out with moving some of the water and all that stuff on a cart. I even filmed it as if I'm vlogging, which is really cool. And some people saw my footage and they're like, "Yeah, it's like a vlog. You would be very good at vlogging." Yes, I'm good at vlogging. I do that. I vlog, of course, duh. So yeah, I got to speak to Betsy, and Betsy explained how how much drama there is in this film 33. Like, not only did Theo and the Italian professor had an argument, but not about the editing, but one time Theo had to direct his scene for film 32. And then on the exact same day, they're setting up something in the auditorium right beside the studio. And the other white guy professor started pulling people from film 32 to help out with the auditorium stuff. And Theo got really mad. And Theo started arguing with the Italian professor. And then at some point, there's a woman whose name is Judy, and she also had a fight with the Italian professor. That's crazy. And then Rose, the French girl, at some point started to complain that Alba, the Mexican girl, is a little bit like not cool. But maybe it's just like a saying, you know. Maybe she's not like saying it for real. And then there's this whole thing about how one of the I don't know if she's like a producer or like a second AD or something. I think she's part of the production design team. But there's a woman whose name is Audrey. It's so funny. I'm not trying to sound offensive here, but a lot of women in film 33 literally look the same. There are two women who are short, old, wears a black hoodie, has glasses, and they literally look the same. They look like twins, but they're different people. And then there are about 3 to 4 women who are short, large, like wide, and wears black all the time as well, which makes it so confusing. And then there are like, okay, there are 2 French women. There's a Brazilian, there's a Mexican woman, and it's just so confusing. And Cliff had a tough time like distinguishing who is who, you know. That's really fun. This became a bit of a bad habit for me. But yeah, it's there's that. And then that's pretty much it. At 7:30 I just fucking left. And I left a little I left after they wrapped today, but like they were gonna clean up a little bit. I'm just like, I gotta go home. Actually, like today I even debated whether to go to film 33 or not, because I have shit tons of homework. I still haven't finished F for Fake. It's literally taking me 3 fucking sittings to finish the film. And then I still got House of the Dragon episode 4, which I'm supposed to watch 2 days ago. And then I got shit tons of homework. And so I really don't have a lot of time. I got a biology exam next Monday, and I also got I had to do a stupid RP homework, review preparation homework. And then there's the EDIC and EMIC reports in anthropology that I literally just made up, and someone responded to my report because we have to do peer review. And that classmate is literally the most serious fucking classmate ever. Like, she really like pointed out all the pros and cons and shit. And then on top of that, so tomorrow I would finally go to the church. The church teacher has recovered and he could bring me to church. He asked me if I want to go, and I said yes. So he's like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 8:25. And then the thing is, a couple days ago, a woman wanted to see me. And that woman is so a long time ago, when I was 5 or 6 years old, I filmed an ad. I starred in an ad, and in that ad, there was a couple of boys, twins, and I became their friends, and my mom became the twins, the friends with the twins' mom. And so, one of the reasons why I got to go to this college that I'm studying in right now is because of the twins' mom's sister, who works for this agency company. This mom is in LA right now, and she wants to see me. And it's been a while, maybe a year or 2, since we've seen each other. But it's also been 4 weeks since I've gone to the church, and as much as I don't want to go to the church, I kind of have to maintain relationships, you know, and to have a good lunch. But I told my mom this, and my mom's like, you know what, just meet the mom. Just meet the other mom. So that's what I'm gonna do. So unfortunately, I won't go this Sunday, nor will I go next Sunday because next Sunday is also Film 33, and I want to help out. That's the last day of the shoot, and I want to be there. So yeah, that's that. So tomorrow I will have to wake up a little early, but not super early because I'm not going to the church again. Which is both a good thing and a bad thing. But Pepper will go to Film 33 tomorrow, and maybe Pepper will replace me as the BTS photographer, which is cool. You know, it's like a little succeeder. You know. One more thing. So today I spoke with Cliff, the Malaysian, a little bit. So Cliff, at the end, after his Film 40 class, which by the way, the Indian professor is helping out with Film 33. So another Italian professor, really old, like even older than the Italian professor, he replaced the Indian professor to teach Film 40, and he's super boring, according to Cliff. But anyways, Cliff came after that class at around 4 p.m. ish, 5 p.m. ish, and then we started to chat again. At some point, Cliff went for a vaping break to de-stress. And I don't know why, but this has been floating in my head for a few days now about the idea of smoking weed. Because, okay, so obviously when I was 6 or 7, I was hell-bent on not taking any form of drugs for the rest of my life because that shit is evil. But then another great argument I have when I was like recently, when I was 16, 17, 18, is that I'm not going to take any drugs ever, so that I can brag to people that I don't need drugs to be creative. But now we have this shit, and apparently Justin took edible weed, and in 1 hour it hit him, like he started getting high. The thing is, when Cliff took edible weed, it didn't work at all. It took 4 hours to work. So he wanted to get high immediately. So the thing he did was he straight up smoked weed through the pipe, like a bong hit or something. And because he did 4 inhales, he passed out. So that's that. Now again, I'm not gonna give into peer pressure, so I will not do that shit. Probably, unless everyone does it. Then yeah, it's peer pressure. But I'll think about it. I have lines that I won't cross. But I don't know, this got me to think, like, and then Cliff even mentioned, like, how when Pepper saw me vape, Pepper was like so shocked, and Cliff was surprised by how shocked Pepper is. It's like Pepper didn't expect me to do that at all. To be fair, Pepper knew me a little more, and Pepper knew my personality more, and Pepper knew that I wouldn't do something like that normally, so Pepper's more shocked. That makes more sense. But still, I don't know. I just think, wouldn't it be cool if Pepper just like stare at me like and smiling evilly if I do? Like again, I'm just like really imagining many different ways Pepper could be secretly fucking evil. Like I just wish she is secretly evil or something like that, you know? But regardless, I'll be seeing, like, if I somehow do end up taking edible weed on December 15th and I see Pepper, like, high, this will be a side of Pepper I've never seen before. And if we end up talking about romantic relationships, I actually low-key am curious to know if Pepper has dated anyone or not. Because she probably has. I'm one of the few people in the world who hasn't dated before, you know. I don't know, I listened to a lot of sad music, like sad post-punk and all that stuff when I got back home, when I was going back home, and I'm not in a great mood. Even though nothing bad happened to me today, there's something like, there's a certain seriousness. Oh, also, today afternoon, I finally saw Cindy, in person for the first time since she has gone back last Wednesday. And a little bit later today, dinner, which is sweet potato, green beans and onions, and some fat pork belly. She asked me to help open a bottle of alcohol, and I opened it really easily. A little bit later, she asked for my help because she's making this stupid drink, and she wants to do a shaker. like a martini shaker, but she doesn't have the shaker, or she can't find it, or some shit like that. So she used 2 glass cups to do the shaking, and it got stuck. And she asked me to help, but then I'm like, I think it's stuck. And she's like, okay, go back to your seat. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, and then Evelyn, the JoJo fan, she's really like emphasizes, like, oh, I'm a little crazy, like in a joking way, of course. Like she picked up the box cutter and she's like, ooh, I'm gonna cut people's heads off and stuff like that. Like she likes touching people's hair. Like she touched Cliff's hair and she touched mine, and she's like, if Cliff pisses me off or if you piss me off, like I'm gonna cut off your heads and I'm gonna like stroke your hair on your decapitated head, you know? And I'm like, haha. And the thing is, I'm probably fucking crazier than her, honestly. And I don't say this ironically, and I don't say this in a prideful way either. Like it's just kind of sad. So yeah, let's hope that's that. But I truly look forward to going back to Hong Kong because I feel like my need to write the version, like the feelings are coming back a little bit because I've been thinking like sad things a lot lately. I think my sad thoughts are flowing back. So that's that. So yeah, that's it for today. Wow, alright. I just cleared all my storage space on my phone last night and it's still at 55 minutes left. That's great. So, time now is 10:22 a.m. on December 4th. So, I went to bed at 4 a.m. yesterday because I was so hell-bent on finishing the episode of House of the Dragons. And then it's 4 a.m. until 9:45, but of course I went back to sleep because I'm tired. So it's 4 a.m. to 9:45, and then I woke up again at 10:15. All right. Anyways, today hopefully I can live a normal day, I guess. And by normal I mean I hope nothing insane happens. It's cool if something crazy happens, but if it happens too much, it's like not cool anymore. So today I'm going to, originally the plan is to go to the church, but instead I will be going to meet the mom, my mom's friend. And then afterwards I'll go to Ralph's. But on top of that, even more importantly, I just need to finish a bunch of assignments. Last night I did a tiny bit of anthropology homework, but only a tiny bit, because I just can't think. The EMIC and the EDIC report, they're just so fucking difficult. I changed my EDIC report again. So for my EDIC report, my original topic was, I forgot what was the original topic, but it was something like, oh yeah, the original idea was LARP players in Hong Kong, but I realized, oh, I need to actually interview people and be with them in person for this report. So then I changed it to the Christians, the Chinese Hong Konger and Taiwanese Christians of East LA. But then I don't want to print out a form and force them to sign it. It's very awkward. Like my relationship with them, with the church folk, already isn't that great. So I changed it again to people under the influence of the CCP, like Chinese college students under the influence of CCP. And I think of Thomas and I think of Leslie, even though Thomas is adopted, but he's sort of influenced by it as well, you know. So hopefully they're kind enough to sign the consent forms. But yeah, I'm going to probably do the EMIC report, the final draft today. Or at least the EDIC report, the final draft of that today. And then, not final draft, the rough draft of the EDIC report. And then I also got the RP4, which is an extremely stupid assignment. This is the last time in my fucking life I'm ever going to, take a biology class. So, yeah. Never again. But yeah, I've done a little bit of that homework, like maybe 15%, 10%, and then that's it. I dipped. So yeah, that's that. Aside from the lot of assignments, I also have a lot of TV shows and movies to watch. And I realize I don't have enough time to watch them all. given my time constraints. Especially given the number of animes I need to watch before I make my anime list by the end of the year. So, yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna drop House of the Dragon, and then I'll watch it again in January next year. But I'm just gonna start watching the animes I have to watch. And then hopefully I have just as much time tonight to watch Dragon Inn, which is 2 hours long. And then, that's it. I dreamed about Pepper a little bit. When Pepper's hanging out with someone and she's dancing in an Instagram story. I don't know. I feel like some insane shit would probably happen to her over the course of New Year. Like, I feel like there's gonna be like a New Year party or something organized by that secret organization. And Pepper's gonna join, Potter's gonna join. And God knows what's gonna happen, you know. And it's a good thing. It's both a bad thing and a good thing. And I want to be there, but then at the same time, I also don't want to be there so that I could hear more about Pepper through rumors and gossip. I thrive on gossip, you know. Like, I think it's important to, you know about people through gossiping sometimes. Yeah, but again, the the issue is I am still one of the few people in LA right now who actually understands Pepper the best. I don't know how many other people there are whom Pepper is that close with and has showed so much of her, you know, personality to, aside from me. Like maybe Jorge, maybe that Taiwanese girl. But since Pepper met Potter and JT much later than me, and you know, other people like, I don't know, Christian and Eric, Pepper barely knows them, you know. So I am really, I can confidently say that I'm still one of the most one of the closest person Pepper has right now. But which is the opposite of how I and Mary work. You know, I am one of the farthest person Mary has. And I don't know who she is at all, which is what makes her so damn mysterious. Even though I and Mary had become friends for a small period of time in Form 1, but I get to relearn who she is in Form 3 because of all the rumors of her, like, you know, inviting Pete to her apartment, or like some weird things like how she seduced Darnell or something like that, like some crazy rumors like that. Yeah, I don't know. I hope something surprising comes out of Pepper. I hope it does. But yeah, that's essentially going to be today. I don't think I'm going to film any reviews or anything. I really have nothing to review. Alright, time now is 12:02 afternoon. I just went outside of my apartment just to meet my mom's friend for like 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes, and then that's it. And then she's gone to the airport to Las Vegas. Yeah, I thought I actually changed my clothes and everything because I thought we're actually going to go out and maybe eat lunch, and maybe walk around and stuff. But no, it's just a meetup, and she gave me some of those stupid Chinese pills and the nuts. But I said I already have 2 boxes of those pills, so she's like, okay. But she gave me some nuts from Vietnam, so that's that. But yeah, I didn't go to church for this. It's kind of underwhelming. So now it's a good thing though, because now I have a lot of free time. I'm going to go to Ralph's. I'm going to change my clothes and everything and go to Ralph's later today. But right now I have free time to finish the assignments and watch movies and everything, which is a good thing. And I'm glad I didn't go to the church this morning, because then I would be really tired because I went to sleep at 4 a.m. So if 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., not good. So yeah. And if I go to the church next Sunday, I probably can't because it's also the shoot. But then December 18th is like the second to last day. I probably won't go anyways. Oh, actually, December 18th is the last day. If you count December 19th as the first day of my Japan trip, which is technically round 3 already, or the transition from 2 to 3. But yeah, you know, I saw my mom's friend outside, and she's like, "Oh, are you you know, you came here in summer, right?" And I'm like, "No, we came here in January." She asked the basics, you know, how do you handle the food? Do you have like roommates? Do you have friends here? And then we took a few photos. That's it. And yeah, that's all. I don't know. I should be a little weirded out because I usually see her in Hong Kong, but I don't even see her often. So it's like, okay, she's here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I don't know what to say really. Just I actually don't need to worry about lunch that much because the shoot of that short film actually provides free lunch. That is one of the perks of volunteering there, is that you get free lunch. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel right now, actually. Alright, so let's assemble this thing. We got the yogurt, the avocado, the chicken. First of all, the yogurt. So let's get 2 nice spoons of it. Ah, yes. I've never used yogurt like this before. So this is my first time as well. Okay, just plain Greek yogurt, and then like spread it like that. Maybe a little more. Yep. Alright, this is my second wrap. I already prepared one wrap and it's right here. Okay. This time I put the avocado on top of the chicken so that it doesn't spill and it's less toasted. Wow, this thing is actually kind of huge. I can't really wrap it. Fuck. Well, this is more of a taco, less of a wrap. But yeah, et voila. This is my yogurt, honey, avocado, chicken. People are texting me. Okay, well, it's lunchtime. Cheers. This is the thumbnail. Fuck. It doesn't look that appetizing. If only I had tomatoes. First of all, oh wow. It's fucking raining. Why is it fucking raining? Oh my god. Alright, time now is 8:30. After standing in the rain for like 15 minutes, I finally got back home. This is what I got. For the first time in my life, I got cornstarch. And this is only one out of the 2 possible cornstarch options I can buy. Thanks to the store clerk. Okay. Lettuce. Tomatoes. 2 tomatoes. 2 husks of corn. 2 cucumbers. For the first time, nut mix. Pasta sauce. Small potatoes. Right here we got more brioche bread, hopefully not wet. I gotta buy this, I mean, come on. Gummy candy. Greek salad box, smoked turkey, carne asada, frozen Indian food, beef short ribs. I'm gonna chop it up. Pork chops, American cheese, $74. Also, it is important to note that I bought a can of Sprite last time I went to Nijiya Market, and Cindy drank it. She probably think it's hers. This is the first time I tried to steam tofu with the rice cooker, and so much water came out. I don't know why, and it's collapsed. Also, oh, yep. All right. This is very cooked. Okay. Oh, also, I marinated the pork chops with lemongrass marinade. It's 4 pork chops, which is really nice. I can eat 2 meals with this, 2 pork chops per meal, and then this is marinated in soy sauce, beef strips. The bag isn't even closed properly. What the fuck? This is the Sprite. Cindy's friend drank my Sprite and he didn't even fucking finish. I think he didn't even finish like most of it. Fuck. Alright, time now is 10:19 p.m. Let's wrap it up today. So, 4 words. Nothing important happened today. Which is amazing. Actually, I'm so happy I get to say this because so much has happened in the last few weeks, in the last few months that it's just it's good to really just take a rest and take a moment. But yeah, I really didn't do much today. I went to Ralph's. I went out to see my mom's friend for like 5 minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was raining today. I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. So Pepper actually did go to Film 33, and helped out for the first time, like for the shooting days, like not counting the prep. And she is chosen as first AC, and I'm a little jealous because first AC is a highly honorable job. I don't know why, but like of course being chosen as DP or director or producer is like fucking amazing, right? And first AD is amazing, but first AC is also up there. I feel like a lot of people love being first AC, but the funny thing with this semester's Film 33 is that nobody wants to be to be first AC. So the first AC literally changes every time. So on Friday it's Aoba, on Saturday it's Leia, and then today, which is a Sunday, since both Aoba and Leia are not available. I actually don't know if Leia's available or not, but Leia's not even supposed to be first AC. Leia's supposed to be like an assistant scriptee or something. So since Pepper showed up, our Indian professor just picked Pepper. And the Indian professor remembered Pepper, even though Pepper... It's been a while since Pepper had been in contact with the Indian professor, because the last time Pepper took the Indian professor's class, aka Film 40, it was, I believe, over winter in 2022, like earlier this year perhaps, or maybe last summer, but something like that, like over a very short time. But yet, the professor still remembers her, and that's amazing. And when the Indian professor saw Pepper, he said, "Oh, you're the one who always falls asleep." And then Pepper told me about it and laughed. So that's really cool. I thought Pepper's going to be a behind-the-scenes photographer as well, which is going to be really cool because it's like, oh, another Hong Konger behind the scenes camera, except it's a woman. So it's funny. It's like a gender swap. But it's still cool. I wish I could be first AC at some point. I know it's very stressful, but if everyone does it, I want to kind of do it too, honestly. So we'll see. we'll see. I still got a lot of chance. Now, that's pretty much it for today. Really, nothing all that crazy happened. Cindy's friend drank my Sprite. Oh yeah, when I was walking to the bus, to go to Ralph's, I saw Jacob, my Chinese roommate, and I was like, hey, hey. I waved at him, and he just walked past me. He wasn't even listening to music or wearing a mask or anything. I was wearing a mask, but he didn't see me at all. But yeah, I texted in the WhatsApp group chat, saying, who drank this Sprite? I took a picture of it, and then Jacob immediately replied saying, I didn't. And then Cindy's like, oh, it's my friend. Like, given how Cindy just dominates the whole apartment, her friend probably thinks the entire apartment is hers, so that friend could drink whatever they want. And not even drink the whole thing. Like, if you want to steal my shit, if you want to drink my soda, at least drink the whole thing, okay? I'm not gonna drink that. He just, like, dumps it. He just drinks a sip and then just leaves it on the table. And Cindy's like, okay, fine, I'll reimburse you. To be fair, I don't really need to be reimbursed. It would be nice, though, I mean. But I don't really need to. It's $1.14. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Tomorrow I'm not gonna do much either because tomorrow is a rest day for Film 33. But I also have biology homework and tons of anthropology homework, so I'm gonna focus on that. And that's it. I want to go to church this Sunday because it's been 5 weeks, and then I want to go to church 2 weeks in a row, like on December 11th and then on 18th again. Because I want them to bring me to the haircut place on the 18th. But yeah, this means it's gonna, because the 18th is literally gonna be the last day of round 2, so that's gonna be trouble. And December 11th is the last day of Film 33 shoot, which is also gonna be a bit of a trouble. You know, it's actually mind blowing to me how it's only 2 weeks left. 2 weeks later, I'm gone. Round 2 is over. Wow. I mean, to be fair, round 2, even though it's 4 months, it feels like it's been 3 fucking years because so much has happened. Like, remember back in early September, when Pepper was still like, oh, did you study secondary school in Hong Kong or were you already here? Like, Pepper doesn't even know me all that much back in September. But she knows me a lot now. Like, the 2 people who know me the best in LA right now are Pepper and Potter. So that's a huge jump, and it takes a lot of, like, I'm going to talk about Pepper a little later. But yeah, essentially, I still want to go to church because I don't really want to piss them off. Yeah. I don't know. And I think I've watched 5 episodes of anime today already. And I'm going to add a 2-hour movie tonight, so... And I think I have time today. I think I have the time to finish all the stuff I want to do. The biology homework, boom. I edited my college update video, boom. Or like for the second channel, so it's easier to edit. But still, I did that, boom. I am nearing finishing my biology homework, boom. And then anthropology homework, I prepared for that a little bit, boom. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah, not much else. You know, again, I've been thinking about Pepper a lot. When I spoke with Miriam last year, December, about how for first relationships, you need to be really fucking serious. And Miriam asked me, do I want it to be serious? And I said, yes, of course. And Miriam's like, yeah, of course, like, I expected you to say that. And then, I mean it. But the thing is, like, if it's not Pepper, then I guess I'll have to, like, find another Hong Konger when I transfer to UCLA or, like, USC or whatever. CSUN, are there even Hong Kongers there? And yeah, I don't have to limit myself to Hong Kongers, but for my first relationship, I just want not take such a huge risk. And another thing is I can't even imagine myself. I know it sounds kind of xenophobic, but really it's true. And that is I cannot culturally connect with people outside of Hong Kong, let alone outside of East Asia. Like I can communicate with other East Asians better because there's a cultural similarity, but at the end I just can't connect as much. So naturally it's harder to connect, to socialize with them. Like I can't imagine like a white person or a black person or a Latino like really deep talking with me. If that does happen, it's crazy. I mean, to be fair, the guy who interviewed me does deep talk with me a little bit, just a tiny bit, and that's really impressive because he's one of the first. But yeah, so Pepper's really like all I got, and of course there's JT, but who cares? And then of course there's like I don't even know anyone else. So yeah, and the thing is, okay, here's a great test to see my feelings towards Pepper, and that is if Pepper one day tells me, oh, actually, I have a boyfriend waiting for me back in Hong Kong, so that after I graduate, I'll go back and we'll get married and whatever, even though she actually doesn't want to get married ever. If she tells me one day that she actually already has a boyfriend, already has someone in mind back in Hong Kong, or maybe she tells me that she actually has a huge crush on, I don't know, friggin' Connor or something, or even maybe Potter, I don't know. What would my reaction be? Now, honestly, the first thing I would think to myself would be, well, alright, I mean, I don't even like you that much in the first place. I mean, I like being friends with Pepper, but I don't like her to the point where I would die if she's not here. And that thought is concerning because if Mary tells me that, if I get close to Mary in an alternate universe, and Mary tells me suddenly one day that, oh, I actually have a boyfriend, that would fucking crush me. But if Pepper says that, it wouldn't. Or would it? See, the funny thing is, when I found out that Mary has a boyfriend back in March 2021, my first thought was legitimately, oh, it's whatever. I totally saw this coming. That's my first thought. But then for the following week, I was actually kind of bummed out by it. So without a doubt, if Pepper does come up to me and say, actually, I have a boyfriend in Hong Kong waiting for me, I would actually be pretty bummed out as well. But I don't know if that's because I actually do have those feelings for her, or is it simply because I'm close to a girl and then a girl says something disheartening and I'm disheartened. Maybe it's simple as that. Maybe it's not even a matter of love. But I'm still struggling though because, I don't know, just Pepper's still at the end of the day not my type at all. But that's kind of my fault because my type is so narrow. Like my type is so specific. What if something changes my mind? What if Pepper changes my mind? What if I have a new type because of her? Which is sad, but kind of has to go that way. And the thing is, I like very dominant woman, but Mary doesn't seem like a very dominant woman at all. I wouldn't say Mary's submissive. She's a little naughty and crazy, but she's not like a dommy woman. So really, neither is Mary exactly my type. But I think the reason why Mary is my type is because I don't even know what type she is. And it's so difficult to know that, and she sort of becomes a mystery of her own. So yeah, I don't know. This is my analysis. These are my thoughts. I don't know. So yeah, I look forward to knowing what Pepper has done when I'm not around. Like, will Pepper have like a one night stand? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, Pepper might be one of the most unpredictable girls I've ever known, which is a good thing. Okay, the best thing, the most enticing feature about Pepper right now, honestly, to me, is her unpredictability. That's one thing that makes her a tinge more interesting than your average girl, okay? She's not like a dark person, okay? She's not fucking insane, psychotic, but she's unpredictable, okay? She's like, because she has these random impulsions and she just acts on it. I do the opposite. So that's what's making her a little bit, just a dash more interesting. So, yeah, there's that. But she also doesn't seem unpredictable in daily life, like for the most part, like when I'm hanging out with her in Film 32 or, like some event, like Castaic or whatever, like she still makes decisions that are very like sound, which again goes to show that she's not insane. Like when we went to Castaic, it was in the morning, we were hungry, let's go grab something to eat. It's logical. She wasn't like, oh, it's cold, let's like, I don't know, go to another city or something. Okay. But when she's emotionally charged, though, I think she is capable of doing something way more insane, like how she went to Riverside all by herself. But she needs to be emotionally charged for that. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Pepper's just not very emotionally charged of a person. Or maybe I just don't know. Maybe when Pepper's like sad, maybe I can't tell, You never know. Well, let's see how much Sprite is gone to waste. Great. Alright, time now is 10:53 a.m. in the morning on December 5th. Yeah, so I'm exactly 2 weeks away from the end of round 2. The air vent is on again for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, I slept from 3:45 to 10:45. But after 3:45, I have to wake up twice just to turn the aircon back on. Once in I think 3:50, and again in no, once before 3:45. Like I know the aircon is turned on, but something doesn't feel right. Turns out somebody turned it to automatic, and then I have to turn it on again at 4:30. So yeah, that's lame. But anyways, I think my coughing has gotten better, and also my acne. My this side of my face right now actually doesn't have any acne. All these are just scars. There's a little bit right here, which is fucking stupid. I thought the episode is over. I thought my acne episode is over, but no. And I don't know what the fuck is this air vent doing. So annoying. So, yeah, what I'm gonna do today. So today is a Monday, which means it's Biology 3 class. Usually for biology classes, I wake up late at 11:30, but I'm not gonna do that today because there's a biology exam. Whee! So I'm going to have to study, and this time the topics explored in the exam is actually a little bit difficult. So I have to actually watch the lectures for the first time. Watch the recorded lectures, especially for one of the chapters, because I didn't learn that at all back in secondary school. Population ecology, even though it shouldn't be that difficult or anything. But yeah, yesterday was kind of productive. I have to admit, yesterday was productive. 5 episodes of anime, half a movie. I finished one rough draft of my EDIC report, and then I finished the RP4 for my biology class. I submitted the RP4 like just a few minutes before the deadline. I thought I have a lot of time, but I guess not. I edited a college video. I went to Ralph's. I did many things, so it's good that I you know, gave myself time for rest. And yeah, hopefully I have the time today as well. Last night, Cliff, the Malaysian, actually asked me if I want to watch White Noise by Noah Baumbach with him in the theaters. And even though the theater is nearby, I said no because I got like 2 anthropology reports. Actually, only 1. So, but still, I got a report coming up. And also, I have to catch up with my movies and TV shows and whatnot. So, yeah, that's that. Also, I'm gonna film an album review today, hopefully. And that's pretty much it. I didn't have much of a dream. I realize I just don't have dreams all that much lately. Like, I'm just at an age where my mind is not as creative anymore, so I just don't dream as much anymore. Yeah, that's it. Fucking air vent. I don't know what to say. Whatever said is said. God damn. Yep. So I'm saying goodbye to a lot of the stuff. That's all I got. I wanted to buy back the tray, but she said she already packed it up, so I can't buy it back. I still got the white plates and white bowls. Oh boy. Okay, these aren't mine. Whew. All right, time now is 9:50 p.m. on December 5th. So yeah, let's wrap it up today. Once again, nothing all that crazy happened today. Before I left the apartment today from a biology class, I did discuss with my roommate Cindy a little bit on what to buy back. I told her, and it was a little awkward. I don't know why. Like, our relationship just isn't really that great. Like, there's sort of tension between us. Like, I wanted to act all nice and, oh, hey, what's up? But I just can't do that anymore. And she doesn't do that sort of shit with me either. But yeah, I told her, I wanted, so I was gonna, make my lunch, which is abalone noodles and lettuce and fish balls and meatballs. And then I realized, what the heck, why are all the white plates and white bowls gone? And they're not supposed to be gone because they were already here when I showed up. When I started living here back on April 4th. I thought these plates and bowls were Jared's, honestly, the previous white guy roommate. So I thought Cindy wouldn't take them away, but apparently it's Cindy's. So, Cindy, I asked Cindy, where are they? And Cindy's like, oh, I'm packing them. And I said, can I buy them back? And Cindy's like, okay. And Cindy unpacked it for me. So I got back 4 white plates, 4 white bowls, and then a bunch of small plates as well. So, 4 big plates, 4 small plates, and then I also got 4 mugs, and then 2 towels hanging by the oven. And then there's the golden clippers. Oh my god, why am I holding this? This is becoming a bad habit for me. golden clippers and friggin' what else did I buy back? I think that's it. Oh yeah, chopsticks. Just a couple pairs of chopsticks. And it's $30, which is very reasonable. I think it's a bargain. I think it's a good deal. Yeah, and I don't have all the golden clippers, so But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I left. So I don't have. So Cindy doesn't need to give me back the $1.14 for her friend for drinking my Sprite. I'm just paying $30, okay? And then anyways, I honestly feel a little bad. Like ever since April till now, I've been using her plates and bowls to eat actually, and I've never paid up or anything. And she never mentioned it. Like if she's mad about it, she should talk about it, but oh well. Now that I'm buying it, so I'm paying it my share. So that's that. But anyways, I went to biology class. I was right on time, and I started the exam. Oh, before I left the apartment, I also finally got back my results for my exam 3 for biology, and I got a 70 out of 70. I got full mark, which is absolutely insane. And even so, I got 70 out of 70. My overall grade went from 84% to 86. So that's not that crazy of a jump, unfortunately. But I hope if I do really well on exam 4 and then the final exam, hopefully it just like I can cross 90%. So there's that. And then anyways, I went to biology class today, and then exam 4 begins, and I'm not that confident, but I really tried my best. And yeah, there are a couple of questions in the MCs that I was not so sure about, and there was a couple of very confusing moments in the writing part that I later found out that I was wrong, but I'm still kind of confident that I'm gonna get really good. After the exam, me, the white guy, another white guy who has a JoJo shirt on the first day, the first white guy I mentioned is the white guy who always sits next to me, and then there's a big black guy with long hair. We just chatted outside of the classroom for like 20 minutes. At first, it was just me and the white guy who sits next to me, and we joked around and stuff. And he was really confident. He's really feeling himself. He's really hyped. And I talked about adrenal glands, and he's like, "You want me to show you some adrenaline?" And then he did a backflip. He told me to hold his phone, and like whatever. Like his mask, not even his mask, I forgot, but he did a backflip right in front of me, and I guess I was just kind of tired, but I didn't react dramatically. I feel like if I was to, be polite, I would have to react dramatically to it, Californisms, but it was crazy. He just did a backflip right in front of me, and I'm like, yo, and then later we all chatted and talked about the exam and how well we did and how we messed up a little bit and all that stuff. Anyways, the exam is done, and then afterwards we just the professor provided us laptops to do a couple of these quizzes on our college website, on the Canvas website. Except these quizzes we can discuss with other people, and we have 2 attempts, so we can basically get full mark with this. So it's a great time to regain all the lost points. So that's what we did, and yay. I also spoke with the professor quite a bit today. Like I raised my hand in the middle of the exam because there's a really tricky MC question, and I don't know if it's a trick question or not. And then the professor sort of confirmed it for me, even though she didn't give away anything. The question was, there are 20 zones in this area. There are 20 mating zones, and each mating zone has 50 animals, like 50 of a species of animals in a 17-meter square area. So how many animals are there? Like how many of this species are there in this area? 50 times 20 is 1,000. That's it. That 17 is a red herring, or maybe I'm just overthinking. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for today. Went back home. That's it. When I went to the campus today, to the main campus, I actually ran into the Thai boy. So I said hi to him. He saw me first. He was like hi, and there were two girls beside him, and I didn't know how to react. I was masked up. I was listening to music. I was completely blocked, and I was wearing like all black and gray, and I looked so like fucked, But the Thai boy was like hey, and I'm like hey, and then the girls laughed because it was such a random greeting. But yeah, Anyways, came back home, hopped onto a call with Thomas and talked about the script writing club meeting, the last one we're going to do. And I think we're giving our best to deliver the last meeting. Yeah, that's that. Just at dinner, carne asada, beef, Greek salad in a box from Ralph's, and a bunch of cheese ravioli. I had a lot of cereal this morning and a lot of ravioli just now. I don't want to eat ravioli anymore for the next month. Which is going to be easy because I'm going to go to Japan. So let's hope I don't eat Western food when I go to Japan. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I don't have anything deep or thoughtful to talk about right now, honestly. Yesterday I was feeling a little melancholy, just a dash of melancholy, because of how I don't, I'm suddenly not going to some place and going somewhere, but now I'm feeling fine again. I just I don't know, again, just the same few thoughts. Okay, there's one pretty interesting thought, and that is I've never actually shown like my personal side to Cliff and Leslie, but right now I do consider Cliff and Leslie to be a close friend. Like I added them onto my Instagram close friends list like a week ago. So that's official, I also added JT and Potter, even though I don't even speak to JT all that much. But for Hong Kongers, what do you know? I also added Alba like ages ago. So I don't know, Alba, Cliff, Leslie, me, Pepper, and maybe Justin, us six, we're like the Asian gang of the film, of my college's film, the Asian gang. How I was so desperately, I so desperately wanted to join the East Asian Society of my college. I sort of did it, I've done it like a couple months ago when I joined Alba Short Film. I sort of done it already, but yeah. Which is great, but I never really showed my personal side to Cliff and Leslie. And after speaking with Justin, the Malaysian guy, about like movie ideas and getting high, and then I realized man, I really should and also after the Academy Museum stuff with Leslie, and Leslie's like asking me whether I have a crush on Pepper or not, I feel like I should really start showing my personal side to them. And again, sometimes I think Leslie's just dislikes me because of the way she looks, but I just think I'm just not used to such brutal Asianism as opposed to Californianism. You don't have to be all yay every time you see someone, But yeah, I don't know. I just when I think about Pepper, I keep on giving myself arguments, saying, "Oh, you know what? It's totally fine. Look at these two people. Look at these couples. They fall in love with each other, in love because they found each other, they're nice to each other, they think each other is cute, they're like, let's start dating, sure, and then boom. It's so easy and simple for them. I don't have to make it that difficult and hard. But then I also see countless numbers of people who are platonic. Um, and it's also entirely okay, and in fact, stay being friends forever is actually a lot safer than like dating, because an ugly breakup is going to ruin the relationship forever. Um, so I have arguments in my fucking head, you know. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And I also don't have to help out with Film 33 tomorrow because they're going all the way to Burbank to shoot. Um, Patrick texted me earlier today, DM'd me about this. So tomorrow's going to be a little chill again, and that's fine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have some biology homework and anthropology, a huge anthropology report to finish within the next 2 hours. Wish me luck. And then I have half a movie and a bunch of anime episodes to catch up. Also, wish me luck. And that's it. Yeah. Yeah.